coding and tutorial. Now today we'll be working on a journey on web development using the likes of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. But before moving forward, we would like to understand what web development is and why do we need web development? What are the uses? And the steps in creating this. Don't forget, this is a journey that will take you to a journey of being a web developer. Now, we'll be using three basic things in working, which is our HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Once again, I greet you. Welcome to our coding. Now, what is web development? Web development involves the creating and maintaining websites. You see the website we do, mostly our e-commerce websites that are being created from the scratch. Our NGOS websites, academic websites, it is part of web development. Those are websites. Now, let's talk about HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. HTML, which is an hypertext markup language, it is the backbone of web page used to define structure and content. Now, good. We say structure and content. I would like you to go back in form of human. Human are flesh, created, but without the bone, there's no way the flesh will be placed there. Without the skeleton, there's no way a human can be formed. So HTML is just like a skeleton. So let's just put HTML in form of a skeleton and we're putting our CSS in form of a human body. You know, when we are talking about CSS, which is the Cascading Style Sheets, is used to style and format HTML content, including layout and design. Look at the human. After the skeleton, we know if this is a male or this is a female. But when a man dies, you can't identify the skeleton from a male and a female. It is difficult to identify, unless by the great scientists who can do that. So, the work of CSS is to beautify. So, CSS will actually beautify, check that okay, this should be the face, this should be the nose, this should be the so many things. We have the header, we have the footer. It will be designed separately, differently by the CSS. But when you have the HTML tag, it will be very rough. Good. Now let's go back to our JavaScript. JavaScript is an interactive and dynamic behavior of web page. You know, JavaScript adds to the interactive and dynamic behavior of all web page, which is the backbone of a web page used to define structure and content. JavaScript work in line with the HTML in making the HTML more efficient and valuable to the user to use. Now, no problem. This is our coding. Here we'll be guiding you into the tutorial whereby we'll be discussing about HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So make sure you subscribe, you follow this YouTube channel for step-and-step tutorial whereby we'll be giving each a task to do after each lesson. There will be a project for everyone. So you can log in into your YouTube, subscribe, like, and make sure you always watch the video from step to step. Once again, this is our coding. Thank you as you subscribe and watch, share, and like.